Great. I'm joined by Dale Tapping, our midfield coach. Dale, usually at this time of year, you'd probably be wrapping up and doing some interviews with the players, but you're actually preparing for a final series. Can you believe it?
Well, it's a great time to be playing. Like that's why we play, and this time of year, it's the best time to be playing. So, look, along with everyone around the footy club, it's an exciting time for all the finals participants. So, and we're just the same. Like, we're just really looking forward to it. It'll be good fun.
Do you try not to make it business as usual for the players and coaching staff, and not trying to get too ahead?
Oh yeah, look, you just want to keep it like fundamentally. It is. It's another game of footy. It's probably more the consequences on the back of it that sort of probably add a little bit more pressure. But we've still got to execute how you need to play and how we've played all year. So that's our aim will be to bring our best version of our footy again. So and that's what we'll be preparing for over the next 10 days.
So the last game of the year we had against Richmond. They're actually our first opponent in 2 weeks' time. Is that a blessing or a curse?
Oh, I think the advantage of playing them on Sunday, the MCG, we get a look. We haven't been there since round 4 against Essendon, so it was good to get back out there. And obviously our performance was better than it was the previous time we were there. So, the big crowd, it was 76,000, something like that. So that was great exposure for our boys, and and it was good preparation for the finals. And look, Richmond are a great team, and you've got to be somewhere near your best to beat them. And there was a few areas that we need to improve on, and that's what we'll be aiming to do.
We didn't have a very strong first quarter, but we really fought back in that third. What kind of changed at half time?
I think there was a couple of little things that we did, but it was more, I think, the players sort of just adjusted to what was going on in the game. And I think the learning for us is that you've got to be on right from the start against a quality opponent. And the start's always important, but particularly against a team that has been in great form, you can't give them a head start. And if you look at the score at the end, it was probably the start that was the difference. And they were just a bit sharper, particularly around the footy at the start. They had a centre bounce and got some really good looks forward, and we just need to be on a bit better than that at the start of the game.
In positive news, we did beat them in a couple of key areas, is that right?
Yeah, look, a contested ball inside 50s, all the things that allow us to play well, but there's some aspects of our game, in our transition and post, and looking to sort of close out a little bit quicker and sort of snapping into our transition phase, because they really test you in terms of they're getting back and supporting the ball. So you've got to get back and close out those numbers really sharply. So to cover any of the exits. So they did that really well, and they work really well as a team together, and they understand their roles really well. They've got really good clarity around their roles, and it's hard to beat, but that's a challenge for us.
And what about Neill having 51 touches for the afternoon, only 3 off the record? Did you actually realise during the game how much he was collecting?
Looked at half time. I think he was on about 24 or something like that, so he was on some pretty good pace. But I think that's just a testament to his work rate and just his ability to hunt the ball, and that's what he's been a great asset for us this year. And when he does that, he's at his best. And on the weekend, he was on top of the ground again and really going after the ball, and his movement around the ball and his ability to get in and get out of congestion's a real strength, and it's a real weapon for us. So and I think he works really hard in games, and the 51's a bit of a byproduct of that. I'm pretty sure he didn't set out to get that number, but I think he set out to work really hard in the game, and that's what it gave him. So you're going to take it, and there's a lot of quality that comes with it.
And we have Richmond here, obviously, in a couple of weeks' time. We hadn't been at the G since round 4 against Essendon, but I believe the Tigers haven't been here in a couple of years. Is that quite an interesting?
Yeah, I think it might be early 18. I think it might have been early 18. Look, it's probably just going to be as much as a bit of a challenge in terms of the last time they played as it was for us a little bit last week. But look, they've got a lot of experience, and I'm sure they'll adapt, and it'll be a great game, and the ground's in great nick, and there's a lot to look forward to. For us, we don't have to travel again, for at least another week or so. So which is good, and we'll just put all our energies into playing our best footy again against Richmond, who are going to be really a formidable opponent.
Sounds great. Can't wait, Dale. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.